Well, the topic I am going to discuss now is demand and law of demand. Demand is the desire which is supported by two elements. One is willingness to pay and the other one is ability to pay. So demand is desire supported by willingness and ability to pay for the product. If a consumer has sufficient amount of money but he is not willing to pay money for a certain product, then that desire will not be converted into demand. Now let's have a look on law of demand. Law of demand states that if we keep all other factors constant and if we change only price, then there will be negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. What does this mean? This means that when price increases, quantity demand will fall, and when price falls, quantity demand will rise. If price increases, quantity demand will fall. If price falls, quantity demand will rise. This law explains really human nature, and when prices are low, people purchase generally high quantity because of greater potential to purchase. We can explain this phenomena with the help of a schedule. On one side we have price and on other side we have quantity demand. When price is 10, quantity is 100, price is 8, quantity is 120, and price is 6, quantity is 140. Price is continuously falling and quantity demand is increasing. We read this schedule in opposite direction as well. When price increases from 6 to 10, quantity demand will fall from 140 to 100, and this schedule confirms the negative relationship between these two variables, that is price and quantity demand. And we can draw diagram to show this relationship. Price on y and quantity demand on x-axis. Demand curve will be negatively sloped because of negative relationship. If price is 10, quantity demand is 100. If price falls to $8, quantity demand will rise to 120 units. If price further falls to $6, quantity demand will further rise to 140 units. So this again confirms the negative relationship between price and quantity. Price is falling, quantity is rising. So this law of demand shows movement along the same curve from point A to B or from B to C. Law of demand can be written as quantity demand is equal to A minus BP is some constant value which shows the basic necessities which we have to purchase even if their prices are high or low, and BP is the price is the demand which totally depends upon the price. And then this law is not always true because it depends upon certain assumptions or factors. We call them ceteris paribus, and this is the Latin term and it is mainly pronounced as ceteris paribus. People generally pronounce it as ceteris paribus. We call them non-price factors as well. So these are the factors which are kept constant while explaining law of demand, and these factors include: number one, income. Income shows purchasing power of consumers. High income increases purchasing power, so people will buy more despite of high prices. And the second factor is taste, fashion and traditions. Most of the time we purchase goods and services based on our own taste, as per our own fashion or traditions of our society. We don't care about the prices. And if we are going to purchase something as per fashion, then we would be willing to pay even high prices and we will be happy to purchase greater quantity. However, if something is out of fashion and its price is low, consumers will not purchase it. Third factor is weather. It is again really important factor that affects demand, and if weather changes, law of demand might not be applicable. Law of demand states that when prices are low, then quantity demand will rise. But in case let's say winter season arrives, then people will purchase more quantity of sweaters and jackets, and even if their prices are high. And the fourth factor is population. It determines number of consumers. High population mean greater number of consumers. Low population mean lesser number of population. If population increases, number of consumers will rise and demand will automatically rise despite of high prices. Fifth factor is advertisement. Advertisement leads to impulsive buying. People purchase goods and services without planning when they are attracted from advertisement, so they don't care about the prices. And the sixth factor is interest rate. When interest rate is low, people will try to consume more and get more loans from financial institutions, and they have less incentive to save money in bank account. And similarly, if interest rate is high, they will save more money in bank account and they will purchase lesser quantity of goods and services. Then is composite demand. Composite demand refers to the situation in which multiple uses of a certain product are basically discovered. Like in case of gas, it was initially used for burning purposes, but now it is used to run machinery in factories, and it is used as CNG in cars as well. So its demand has increased because of multiple uses. Future expectation also determines the demand, because if people are expecting that a certain product will get expensive in future or it will not be available in future, so they will go on to purchase more quantity now even if their prices are high. Prices of other goods include substitutes and complements. Substitutes are those goods which are alternatives of each other. For example, Coke and Pepsi. If Coke gets expensive, people will purchase more Pepsi. And complements are jointly demanded goods like car and petrol, and these goods are jointly demanded, which means that if we purchase one thing, we have to purchase the other product, because both products complete each other. For example, car and petrol, if price of car falls, we will have to purchase more petrol, because fall in price of cars will lead to rise in demand for cars, and as a result people will have to purchase more quantity of petrol as well. The last factor is direct tax. Direct tax affects disposable income, and disposable income refers to the income after taxes. Y minus T. Y stand for income and T for taxes. If income tax increases, it will lead to fall in disposable income, and potential of consumers will also decline, so demand will fall irrespective of prices in the market.